Good morning, guys. Welcome to another day. So a bit of a different video today. Today, this workshop, which is, a complete mess, as you can see, is getting a facelift. We are going to be completely ripping out pretty much everything that isn't bolted down, and some of the stuff that is bolted down, and we're going to be moving it out of here. And then we're going to be reorganizing. I have a new floor plan, and we've got some new tools and stuff like that we want to put in here. So, bear with us. Andy is coming down today, and we're going to get stuck into ripping everything out of the shed. It's going to be a huge job, but I think at the end it's going to make this a lot more of a usable space. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a minute. Okay, so the move out begins. Andy is here. Say hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Okay, yeah, right, all right. Anyway, so we've already started moving stuff out. You can see the anvils are no longer here, and all that kind of stuff. Tables are still covered in crap. They're all going to be moved out. Well, actually, that table's staying there, but all the crap that's on it is going to be moved. We're just going to move out all of the big stuff, the tables, the forge, that shelf, all it's going, and then we're going to move all the small stuff out as well so that we can reassemble when we have it all cleared out. On to the next stage. Okay, so we just had lunch. It's just past 12 o'clock. I think it's like 12:30. And this is what the shed looks like. It is completely empty. Well, I mean, completely empty as far as everything that wasn't bolted down. Well, there was one thing that was bolted down, that shelving unit that is now gone. So, now we have to deal with all of this. Let me show you quickly. All of that. And that. There's Andy. There's also stuff over the other side of that fence that we have to deal with. So now we've got to go sort through all of this junk and try and make sense of it. Pick the stuff that we actually want to keep and then put it back in here. I would like to say that without Andy, this would not be possible. He just spent the last hour literally dusting all of the walls. He brought a leaf blower and literally dusted everything, including the ceiling. He is amazing. This man is amazing. So yeah, now on to getting everything back in. Yay! Sorry, I was wrong. Actually, there is one more thing we need to do. This needs to get dug out, because that's where all my steel is going. So, that's the shed. This is down the side of the shed between my neighbor's fence and mine. As you can see, it's a mess. So we're going to bring out all the steel from there, level out the ground, put some steel racks in, and we'll be good to go. Hey guys, how's it going? End of day one. As you can tell, Andy's been working really hard. I have been doing absolutely nothing, just watching him. But at the end of day one, we've made a solid effort. We've started putting things back in. You can see piles of crap everywhere right now. That is because we're going to spend tomorrow organizing them into places. There is still a lot of work to do, a lot of steel to move. So yeah, here, there is still quite a bit of material, but most of that is going to be going out into that subsection out back, which I'll quickly show you. Try not to walk into anything. So, oops, I can't see a thing. Yeah, so Andy has done a fantastic job. He actually did this solo because there was only room for one of us down there. Dug all that out, getting it level. That'll be finished tomorrow. There's all this steel and crap to go as well. There's the forge, the old one. I haven't built the new ones yet, haven't got a forge body for them. So, with that being said, we're going to chuck it in for today. We'll be reconvening tomorrow to have another go at it. And I'll see you then, which will be like 5 seconds from now for you. Cheers, guys. Hey, guys. How's it going? Day 2. So, we have started moving stuff in. We've got tools here. I bolted down my buffer finally, so it doesn't move, which is nice. I also bolted down my drill press and moved the drill press in a little bit so that it's no longer on the corner, because this is where Andy's stuff is going, because Andy's going to be starting a YouTube channel soon, very soon. It's going to be awesome, so keep your eyes out for that. The noise you can hear outside is my dad and my brother on the roof re-roofing my house. And so now all we need to do is get all of that steel into the side area, which is now down here. So I've got, I'm not sure, I can't see anything on the camera, but there are racks down there. There's a shelf here. This is the one that was inside. This is going to have all my small steel, large steel down the end. So there won't be any steel stored in here except above the welding table. Above the welding table here, which I've moved, which is going to have my leg vise attached to it. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to make a small rack up here for my known steels, 1084, 1095, that kind of stuff, so that I can keep that separate from the scrap steel that I have outside. Andy is currently working on the windows. Say hi, Andy. So anyway, we will get on with it, and I'll update you basically probably when we're finished, because it's just going to be a bunch of little things over the day. Oh, also got a pegboard now. This is going to hold my saws and my screwdrivers and stuff like that. Anyway, more work. So, end of day 2, and all of the crap that was filling my backyard is gone. Well, not all of it. There is still the anvil down there. All this stuff is staying out here because it's going to be a workspace for Andy. As I said earlier, he's going to be having a channel of his own with some stuff going on very soon. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of like chemicals and stuff like down there that are going to be moved to various locations. I'm trying to keep the flammables out of the workshop. As far as the workshop goes, it is still a mess. We've still got stuff on the tables, but my wonderful pegboard that Andy has organized for me fantastically. It's all really well organized. There's a couple more things to go up here, obviously. We need to build a bracket for my cordless drill, because this is where my cordless drill will sit, because that's where the charge is going to be. The welding table is all set up. You can trade hands. The welding table is all set up with my new favorite. The leg vise is finally in place. It's actually ready to be used. So I actually finally have a leg vise. This won't be sitting here. It's going to have a shelf built down onto the side of the welding table here. I apologize for the hole in my shirt, but you know how it is. I have all my known steel here. Anvil stands and oil quench tank, which I now no longer have to lean against my anvil. It's actually got its own foot, which is great. Stuff that I've put off for years. And also over here we have all my hammers and tongs and stuff like that. I have a work caddy that's being built right now. My dad and I are building that at his workshop. When that comes, I'll film the rest of this, and then it will be done. The bandsaw will be staying here. And I have another burner because building new forges very soon. This man right here, it would not have been possible at all without Andy. He has been amazing through all of this, and he is super supportive. He's also one of my patrons. He's just a super cool friend, and honestly can't thank him enough, and I wanted to embarrass him a little bit more before he went home. So but yeah, so that's how end of day 2 looks. We will come back. Oh, that's right, one more thing. Andy's pointing out to me. What would I do without Andy? The steel area looks great. The shelves have been put in, so we've now got racks of steel. It's not just tools and steel, it's just steel, thankfully. And then we've got Rio down the back. We have our metal racks up the top. We've got leaf springs down the bottom. More coil springs and stuff. It's just looking fantastic, guys. I can't tell you how much excitement is filling me right now. I may not sound like it, but that's because I'm friggin' bugging. But yeah, so with all of this kit now locked down and tight in place, I feel like I actually have a working workshop again. And I'm super happy, and can't wait to start making some more stuff. It's going to be another day or two before that happens, because the roof building is going to take up my time from now. So this probably won't come out for like a week after, until a week after this build is done, but it's going really well. Anyway guys, see you in 5 seconds, which will be like a couple of days from now. Bye. Hey guys, so last day. The shed isn't completely finished. Obviously there's still more, you know, kind of little boxes and little containers and stuff like that I want to make to help me finish up the organization of the shed. But it's reached a point where it's diminishing returns, and I think we can call it done. I can get back to work and slowly, you know, kind of finish out those little projects along the way. So the outside still looks a little messy because we're still organizing this outside space for something else that'll be coming in the future. But let's go inside and take a look. So first and most notably, we have the pegboard. This was organized by Andy. Absolutely fantastic dude, and he loves organizing stuff. So this is kind of a temporary pegboard. It's just 2 chipboard parts. It's actually got a separation in the middle there. But for now it's going to work really well. We're going to end up paneling that out with proper plywood, and the thing I've been waiting for ages, my new tool rack. So it's only got 7 hammer spaces at the moment, but it's got the capability for 7 more along the back. And my dream is to fill all of these hammer racks with handmade hammers. So I want to replace this, I want to replace these with all handmade hammers, and preferably hammers made by other people as well as myself. You know, there'll be a few hammers that I'll make for myself, but I really want to get hammers from other makers because that's kind of a dream of mine. And then we obviously have the tong racks below. We've got 15 there and 15 down the bottom, so a total of 30. Only got a few so far, and only 3 of these are not made by me. So these 2 were purchased, and this one was given to me by a friend and patron, Jared Russell. But the rest of those will be slowly filled over the coming weeks as I make more and more sets of tongs. And then down the bottom, finally got a place to keep my brushes that I kept losing, and my mallet, which is incredibly useful, also some more space there. It does have some space on the back for racking or shelves, and I also am going to fit side carriers for chisels and stuff like that, and that's all down there at the moment. This pile of stuff I'm actually going to be sorting through. Some of it's going to get turfed, some of it's, you know, like broken and stuff like that. But I'm going to try and put together a beginner's kit from this, and maybe make a couple pieces just to add it or flesh it out, and then I'll be giving that away on my Instagram. So if you're interested in a beginner's kit and you want to pay the shipping for it, here in WA I'll ship it for free or I'll deliver it, but everywhere else it's going to have to be paid for. But yeah, I'll be putting that on my Instagram once I get that sorted. I still have a couple racks to make here. I want to mount my cordless drill there, as I think I said in a previous bit. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. We have my workbench, which currently has a bit of crap on it, but that's actually someone else's crap, and it will be leaving soon. That surface plate with the aluminium surface plate with the granite top will be going here, which means that it'll be less likely that I'll dump crap on it, which is good, which is what was happening over the other side when I had the table over there. I wasn't putting a lot of stuff on it because I didn't want to damage the surface plate. So I'm hoping that's going to continue here. And because I've moved the bench drill to here and kept this side empty, which again, that's covered in someone else's crap. But that's where we're going to store like my drill bits and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be used full space there, and there'll be minimal amount of flat working surface to dump tools on. Engineer's vise is staying here because over this side we have a leg vise. Yay! Finally got my 3-inch leg vise mounted. I want to get a bigger one. I want to get a 6-inch or a 5-inch minimum, but 6 or 8-inch leg vise would be perfect to mount in that position. So hopefully that will happen in the near future. But this is also my welding table, solid steel. It's got a 1/4-inch thick top. I've got my welder down there, welding apparatus here. I mounted a foot on my on my quench tank so that it no longer needs to lean against anything. The forge still needs to be thrown away and replaced. That's coming soon. I might do a video on it. I also have storage for my anvil blocks, my swage block, and my new table saw. This is actually a foldable table saw bench with a Hitachi table saw that has been around as long as I have. My dad bought it the year before I was born. So, got the bench grinder mount here. This is actually going to be replaced, not the mount, but the actual bench grinder itself is going to my dad's place because this thing is severely underpowered and I want to get one that has a wire wheel and buffing attachment rather than the grindstone because I don't need it because I have the fire ant, which now has a light fitting. So this is the tertial lamp that I was talking about in the Forgecast, which if you haven't seen the Forgecast, make sure you go check that out. It's on Spotify and iTunes, but it's very useful. It doesn't hit the belt when it comes over this side, which is good. I'm still working around it. It's got quite a large head is the only problem, but I'm getting used to it, slowly but surely. It's a new thing. I'm getting new power points mounted, so there's one going to be there and one going to be over there, because currently the only power point that can supply them is there, and running cables to the grinder is a little annoying. And then finally we have this work rack out here, which has a whole bunch of Andy's kit here. I also have my bandsaw in this corner next to Preston, who is still in his pride of place. But that will be getting a new band and hopefully actually cutting steel soon. Oops, bumping into things. And then finally, out here we have the steel rack. So we've got racks of steel of various kinds, coil springs and hammer billets and stuff like that. We have leaf springs, and yes, this leaf spring is almost as tall as I am. It's a truck leaf spring. More steel racks, more steel down there. I'm going to put more racking along this wall. But yeah, so far it's really coming together. I'm really enjoying having such organization and such freedom. There's such free space in here now to walk around. I don't have to worry about running into things as much when I'm not filming, that is. But yeah, I'm super happy, super excited to get back to work. I have already started a couple of small projects while I've been waiting for the rack to be finished. But now that it's finished, I can really start ramping back up and getting back into work. I already started working on another set of tongs. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more from me, I do build videos, lessons, all kinds of crazy stuff surrounding blacksmithing, and especially now that I've got the new workshop, it's going to be more and more awesome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification bell icon to be notified of when you upload new videos. And if you are subscribed, just check that your notification bell is still on, because I found out that a couple of my ones that I thought were on got turned off somehow, so check that out. If you want to support the channel in a monetary sense, I have a Ko-Fi link, coffee link down below, which is single-time donations. If you don't want to do single-time donations and you want to get access to behind-the-scenes stuff, you can help me by supporting me on Patreon. You can join my Patreon team. These wonderful people right here. Oh, you can see my belt rack as well. I completely forgot about that. The belt rack. Behind the patrons is the belt rack. So if you want to join my Patreon team, I've just started a new full in-depth class on how to make a knife. I've already uploaded the first, which is going around design, and I'll be uploading forging, grinding, all of the steps that you need, and I will be doing more of those in the future. So if you're interested in learning how to do bladesmithing in depth, then please feel free to join my Patreon. It's for my journeyman tier and up, which is $10 and up, but you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and it really does help me out. With that being said, I'm going to get back to work and hopefully bring some more awesome stuff for you guys in the near future. Stay awesome, do something in your workshop, have fun. I'll see you the next time.